And then reposted
I can't decide
them.
whether that's awesome or sad.
No, it's awesome.
Oh, okay.
It's not sad. It's definitely not. It's not sad. It's
not
definitely
sad?
It's definitely not. It's not sad.
Welcome to episode 10 of Podcast the Hero. Fritzy, it's definitely sad.
not
I'm your
sad.
boy Rod Sewage, and I'm joined by my faithful yellow lab companion, old 10 Fingers Fritzy. How the fuck are you, buddy? How many fingers is 10? Nah. Yep. That's 8 fingers and 2 thumbs.
No.
How are you doing, buddy? You were just saying lots of sad things are going on at work. Photoshop yourself into a bunch of pictures.
Yeah. It was fun. I photoshopped myself into pictures, and then when my boss was like, "Hey, did you just Photoshop yourself into all those pictures?" I said, "No, I was in the originals, and they just cut me out."
That's a good way to be.
So put the blame on all of my
Holy.
coworkers for that. That was great.
I'm always trying to catch you saying something like a little fucked, and then I like to throw into the podcast, into the episode.
Yeah, you like that.
Yeah.
I also like to
You can do it to me if you wanted.
leave a little bit of that in the beginning underneath the music as we go into it, so that people are like, "What the fuck were they talking about?" You'll
I
never
love
know.
that. I love it so much.
never know.
You know what? This is the best podcast in the fucking world,
Right?
and I dare you to find a better one.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, you could maybe find a more cohesive one, but you're a fucking idiot for liking it.
Also, like who the fuck is Mark Maron? What the
Yeah.
fuck, Mark Maron?
Yeah. Who's Conan O'Brien?
Yeah. Who's the
These are just my favorite podcasts.
Who's the armchair expert?
That's Dax Shepard. Was that a question?
No, I don't know.
Oh. So I have a correction that I have to make from the last episode.
Uh-oh.
On the last episode, I said that Michelle Pfeiffer shows her full Yanni in the movie Cruel Intentions. And it turns out
I think I know what you
that
meant.
it was Sharon Stone in
Basic
Basic Instincts.
That's one of my favorite things about you, Cheese.
I wasn't joking.
No, I
in
know
any
you
way.
weren't. You were dead serious. You saw
And so
the whole
far-
scene in your head and
Yeah.
went, "That is 100% Michelle Pfeiffer, and this movie is 100% Cruel Intentions."
Yep. Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
Michelle Pfeiffer isn't even in Cruel Intentions?
No,
And you had Cruel Intentions by not immediately correcting me.
I will never correct you.
Thank God you wouldn't.
It would-
Yeah, so that's the correction I have from the last show.
Oh.
Did you have any corrections?
No,
Everything else was completely accurate.
100% true.
That went over fucking awesome last episode, I think. Everybody liked
People
Michael.
really like Mike a lot more than they like us.
Yeah, that's a bummer, dude. That's a big time bummer. I think they're going to like Hank, too.
I really hope they do. Hank is just...
He's fucking
just the
hot as hell.
best. He's a very handsome lad. And
Yeah,
he slaps things with his hands. And people like getting slapped.
that's true. Oh, yeah. Listen, I do want to shout out a fucking TikToker named Tyler Rosso Music.
Okay.
I was looking at his shit, and it's funny as fuck. Like, he calls out metalcore bands on all using the same lyrics. So that's a little tongue-in-cheek, and he's being like, metalcore bands are so inventive, or metal bands are so inventive. And then he has like a million examples of everybody using the same lyric. It's funny as fuck. I love it. And I was watching all of his videos and enjoying them when one of our songs came up in it. Now, I will say the lyric he used is specifically from Pacific Myth, where the whole point of
that,
it
yeah.
is that everybody is super
Very fair.
uninventive and that we need to start fucking being more creative with our lyrics.
That's, yeah.
But it was fucking hilarious to get called out. To get included in that call out was funny to me, and I love what that guy's doing. I don't think his intentions are like 2 middle fingers in the air. I think it's a little more tongue in cheek, but I like it, and the way I like it is 2 middle fingers in the air.
Can I look at my...
Can you look at what, my t-shirt?
Okay, here we go. So,
Can you look at my t-shirt?
Luke's? You bought a Luke's Diner t-shirt?
It was a gift from my wife.
How do I look
I'm a
at
Gilmore
it,
girl, baby.
Oh. So I got invited to test out this thing called Bard.
Pardon?
Bard.
Did you say fart?
Yes, fart.
Okay, I've tried out a couple farts.
It's Google's
pretty good.
new AI chatbot.
Okay.
And the first question I asked it when I got access to this thing, they were like, "Hey, it's your turn to play with this." Was write lyrics to a song in the style of the band Protest the Hero.
Okay.
And let me tell you what it came up with.
I want to know. I want to know right now.
I'm not, based on what it writes, I'm not worried about the future of humanity being taken over by
Google.
Or like
AIs.
robots and stuff. The song is called The Cockroach King. He crawls upon the earth, a creature of the night. He feasts on the flesh of the weak and drinks their blood like wine. He is the Cockroach King, master of the underworld. He rules with an iron fist, and his subjects fear his name. He is a creature of darkness, a force of nature that cannot be controlled. He is the nightmare that haunts our dreams, the terror that lurks in the shadows. And then the chorus again. He is the Cockroach King, the master of the underworld. He rules with an iron fist, and his subjects fear his name. But
Dude,
there is
sucks.
one who can stand against him, one who can defeat him and set us free. He's the chosen one, the one who will save us from the Cockroach King. But it doesn't say his name.
That sucks.
1,000%.
But what I will give it is that it's done a good job of mimicking my lack of rhyming. You know what I mean? Like, I don't rhyme very often.
I like how they like put it in like, and that one's better than the last one. The last one was like, we will stand up and fight because we're the best, and like,
wow,
it was bad.
I mean, that is what I mean by my lyrics.
It is
that we're gonna fight against everyone because we're the best. Oh. But I would never say it so bluntly.
I don't know. I feel like you would. I feel like you just did.
Well, I would say it like that, but I wouldn't sing it.
Try it.
We would stand up and fight against the... Oh, golly.
Where's Hank will be joining us soon.
Oh, I'm so excited to have.
And he has
I'm so
the
excited
access.
to have him.
I made sure ahead of time, so we didn't have another Michael situation.
God, that Michael.
I was planning on sending out a whole bunch of invites via Instagram, like for potential future guests.
Okay,
today.
Yeah.
But then I got busy making your present, so
that's okay. I spent a long time making your present too.
I made it at work.
I want to talk. You made it at work?
Yeah.
Holy fuck! You made money while making my present?
Yeah, it was great.
Lucky of you.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite guests? Like, who do you want to have on the podcast?
If I could have any podcast guest ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's really hard.
Well, I know you want Chris from the Flatties.
Yes, that would be great.
Chris Cresswell.
Yep.
You want Todd Kowalski from Propaganda.
Yes.
I think both those guys are fucking awesome. Can you name a third?
I would really like Laura Nickel from Heart Sounds.
Awesome. Fucking awesome.
Maybe like Trevor and Nuno. Maybe we could get them both together.
That'd be cool.
I don't know. I don't know. The Prime Minister of New Zealand?
Okay. I think that's Belinda.
No, I think she resigned.
She just resigned, yeah. Whatever.
Whoever it
I
is
want Josh Scoggin. I want Josh Scoggin.
Mm-hmm.
He's the funniest man on earth. I want people to know how fucking funny he is. I want Pliny.
Oh,
I think Pliny would be great.
That would be awesome.
He's fucking really funny as well. I want John Malash from the Full Blast.
Yeah.
And those are my three main people that I would like to have.
Okay.
Now, I think people should leave in the comments who they want us to fucking interview.
Yeah, I think so,
my
too.
one stipulation is that I want them to be fucking funny.
Yeah, don't.
All right, I'm not interested in not laughing.
Yeah, I don't want to get like super serious.
No.
You know?
I don't want any people that have been like attacked by dogs coming on here being like, pit bulls are actually bad, Chody. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I wrote a song about it. You know? I don't want to have to get in an argument with someone. I just want to laugh.
Should we get the guy from Reddit?
Which guy?
The Hey Roddy guy.
There's a bunch of guys on Reddit.
The Hey Roddy guy.
Oh, yeah. We could get him. I assume we could get him. I'm going to yell at him.
Well, I figure you guys could fight.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I also would like if people on Apple Podcasts reviewed it.
Right?
Right? Right now, there are 2 reviews up there. No. One of them is like, well, this podcast covers a bunch of different topics. And the other one, and this is almost verbatim, says, Chody sounds like his breath smells like dicks. That is the fucking review on there. How does your voice sound like it smells like something? What the fuck?
So
it's none of your business.
I had 2 thoughts today in the shower. Thought 1. If I were ever to be an adult film star.
Yes.
I would always wear a white linen suit jacket with my sleeves rolled up, and my porn star name would be Dong Johnson.
Right. I was going to say very Miami Vice.
Right. And then the other thing is, what if you were able to replace a person's penis head with a live frog?
Well, you'd have an effective fishing bait. You'd probably get bit on the cock by
just
by
walking
fish
down the
while you're
street, and
swimming.
fish just jumping out of fucking supermarkets and restaurants.
Yeah. What did you want to happen from that?
I don't know.
Like, so say you got a call from the Wishmaster. I think about the Wishmaster a lot.
So I think what would end up happening is its tongue would just get stuck in my zipper all the time because it's always trying to eat flies.
Ooh, it is always trying to eat flies. That's a good little joke, Fritzy. I like it.
I think Hank's trying to join us.
He's trying to join.
He's trying real hard. Lift, Hank. Lift.
This interview is brought to you by Brill Cream. A little dab will make you smell like the inside of your grandma's handbag. In May of 1941, well within the heart of the Battle of the Atlantic, deep within the breast of the Atlantic Ocean itself, stood a lone submarine. It was a German submarine occupied by American soldiers. They were enjoying some well-deserved leisure time when a single word cut through them like a hot knife through butter. "Splashes," whispered a man on the radar. A deafening silence gripped the room as the men anxiously awaited their fate. 10 years later, that submarine was discovered off the coast of El Salvador. The strange thing was, there was no visible damage to the hull. When they entered the submarine, all the soldiers were dead but one, and it was determined that they had died of asphyxiation. It turned out that the splashes were not depth charges at all, and those splashes had come from inside the boat. The sole survivor, and the father of the depth charges. His name is Muerte. Our guest today is Henry Augusto Selva. Welcome to the podcast, Hank. The podcast, Hank. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, that was beautiful. Hey, Cheese. Fritz.
How's it going?
Good to see
well.
you.
How you doing?
Now, for a little context, that intro was based a lot on U571.
It's a great movie.
And we've said that Hank's farts often sound like depth charges.
Plum, I believe. Plum was
Hank,
the term.
do you ever fart just to give your butthole an itch, like a scratch? You got a little itchy butt, you give it a fart, and it scratches that itch?
Yeah, Fritzy's starting with the really important questions.
Yeah, you're right. I have actually.
Yeah. It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens. You don't plan it. It just happens.
Yeah.
Good point.
I did it earlier today. It was great.
But it's all on the angle. You know, you have to get the right angle in, or
Yeah.
else it's
Yep.
Yeah.
Or it's wasted. And then you're like,
Exactly.
oh, great. Now I just have an itchy asshole and no farts.
exactly. You have to kind of like pressurize it, so like when it
Yeah.
exits your butthole, it does the right job of itching your butt. You know.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So you've toured with a lot of different bands. PTH, The Human Abstract, Let Live, Nekrogoblikon.
Right.
Are there any others that I'm forgetting?
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, what's the best band you've been in?
Well, that's a good question. What's
What
the
do you mean
best
it's a
band
good
you've been in?
question? I was lobbing you a softball, Hank.
Man,
Just say it.
It's the human abstract. We all know.
it's fun. Damn, you really got me with this question.
It doesn't matter, Hank.
I love Human Abstract, but playing for you
It's
guys.
Let Live.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's Let Live actually,
I mean, that's the sickest band you were in for sure.
hands down for sure. Yeah.
Now, when you and Brett were playing in Mark's living room with your band Tripnotic, did you ever think you'd be making it to the big leagues rocking with major rockers like PTH?
How the hell did you know that?
Well, I mean, as Nardwar would say, you're Henry Selva. We have to know.
Wow, you've done some homework. Fuck, I wonder what
Just
else.
that little.
Yeah. Brett and I were in a band called Tripnotic back in the day. I'm actually now living in Brett's guest house, which is
Oh, nice.
yeah. So I mean that was always the goal, right? Like fuck, I'm gonna grow dreads and be in a new metal, like a big new metal band, right? At that point, and it's kind of nice to know that I've been able to now do this and play with lovely bands like Protest a Hero and to travel the world and fall in love with music and a career and it's really nice. More than I expected, which is cool. But no, it was I think came back and being in the living room with fucking disgusting dreads. Like I had put beeswax, glue, super glue, whatever have it. Like and I would just do my new metal dance and hope that one day I was gonna be like Fieldy from Korn and I guess Fieldy from Protest now on stage, right?
Yeah, those were huge aspirations that you had, and I would say that you achieved them.
Goddamn right.
I love the picture with those fucking dreads, man. This is just amazing. Everyone knows you're big fucking metal guy. You're a big new metal guy. You love Sepultura. You love the Deftones. You love that kind of stuff. Do you love any punk bands? And if you do, what's your favorite?
Punk bands. Yeah, I mean, let's see here. Thinking about my catalog. My head. I none of them really. Actually, I remember buying Earth AD from Misfits, and I really, really, really love that album.
All right.
So that's one. No, I can appreciate some Dead Kennedys. That's one of the bands. Offspring for sure.
Okay.
And then thanks to you guys, I heard of Propaganda, but then you guys really just
Hammered them into
Yeah.
your head.
Exactly, yeah. So I definitely appreciate them. But yeah, a lot of my musical taste is metal, of course. But again, I don't know. I remember thinking of other bands, punk bands that.
Fuck punk. Who's your favorite country singer
Oh shit.
or band?
Florida Georgia
I mean-
line. It's Florida Georgia line.
Is it Florida, Georgia line?
A favorite country singer. I don't know if I have one, but I really like, of course, Chris Stapleton.
Okay, yeah.
Big C guys. I remember I forgot what tour it was, but we would always, you, Riff, and I would always end up in the front lounge of the bus, listening to like Merrill Haggard, George Jones. So I got introduced to the Confederate Railroad.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that if I had to guess, I thought that you'd be a big Conway Twitty fan
Conway
because
Twitty.
them tight fitting jeans.
Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson. Oh fuck it.
Yeah, I was a big Alan Jackson fan in the mid '90s.
Nice.
But you're just generally quite big,
Yeah.
so you're daughter of the Frost Giants.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah,
Fritzy
but no,
Cricket.
I think, definitely those artists that I just named,
yeah.
Yeah. So, top of,
Fritzy, you got some banging questions,
do.
I bet. Yeah.
What's your favorite Rage Against the Machine song?
Ooh.
Bulls on Parade.
It is. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I already know Chody's.
What is it?
It's that cover of the Bruce Springsteen song "Ghost of Tom Chode."
Yeah, I didn't know they did that. In fact, I know like 4 Rage songs, I think.
My favorite Rage Against the Machine song is "Bow Wow Chicken."
Does that go bow wow
Chicken, chicken, bow wow, chicken,
Yeah,
chicken,
okay.
chicken,
Yep.
bow wow, chicken,
Bulls
bow
on
wow, chicken, chicken,
parade!
chicken. That's my favorite.
Okay, yeah. That is a good one. So, Henry, when you were a CNA, which is, that's a nurse, right?
Certified nurse assistant.
Certified nurse
Certified
assistant?
neural anesthetist.
That's right.
Ah, so when you were putting people's brains to sleep, what was the fucking grossest thing you ever saw, dude? Tell us. What's the grossest thing?
Fuck HIPAA, right? I guess I could talk about.
Just don't say their names. Don't be like, oh, I saw this guy named Jeff.
He lived in
brain,
this dress, and his wife's name is Mary.
I saw a lot of discussing things. I mean, usually it's you're at the very bottom, and so you do all the dirty work.
Yeah.
From assisting individuals with cleaning themselves, keeping up their hygiene.
He's talking
So
about cleaning poop. You're talking about
Exactly.
cleaning poops.
Okay.
Yeah.
adult poop.
Do you ever,
Adult
you ever have
poop.
to assist anyone ejaculate?
Oh, come on now.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's like every day.
Come on now, of course.
I'm not gonna share that detail. I know. I think maybe help someone pop their prolapse back in.
Oh! Good golly! Henry!
There's a trick to it. At least, I mean, I don't know. This is what one of the RNs at the time told me. She's like, you have to get some ice and like of the ice on the prolapse, and then of course, slowly stick it back in. I don't know if that's the correct procedure, but yeah, I did that.
You gotta cool it down a bit because then it shrinks up and then you can
Exactly.
stick. Henry, I know now. I literally asked for that, but I was not expecting you to have such a precise answer. Gross me out the door, Hank.
I thought he was going to say the procedure for putting it back is you get as close as you possibly can. You put your mouth around it to create a good, firm suction. You plug your ears and
Yeah, that would work too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would just slap it.
Oh,
Hope for the best.
I was going for that, but I chickened out at the last moment, and that's when they approached me with the ice technique. So,
Yeah.
along with, let's see here.
Can you
assisting-
imagine getting slapped on the inside of the asshole?
That's right.
Henry, I don't know if I want to hear any more of these gross stories. You really shined it with the first one.
I helped the person to
Yeah.
reattach
Yeah.
his arm.
Yeah.
Have many more. So,
You don't have any more?
I do
I
have-
bet you. Oh, you do have many more. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, give us one more.
I mean, it's not disgusting. It's just kind of like, you have pressure ulcers. Oh,
No.
you basically like when you lay down, in a position for a long time and you're not, moving, especially if you're a total care patient, and no one rotates your positions, create pressure
okay.
ulcers. So
Like bed wounds.
Yeah.
Bed sores.
exactly, but they can get pretty bad if not attended to, taken care of, and some patients would come in with really bad pressure ulcers. So, I mean, I legally couldn't like touch it. I had to basically hold the patient up for the RNs to take care of the pressure ulcers, and like, the smell off of them is absolutely, it's especially with the ones that are really really bad. So just
So now
seeing that, seeing a lot.
I don't mean to give you friggin' launch you into some bad memories here, Hank. I was just looking for some funny stuff, and you delivered with the first one.
3 years.
The first one, you were like, I had to shove a guy's asshole back in. The second one, you were like, well, some people had pretty bad sores, some bed sores.
Yeah, there was.
You over-delivered and then you under-delivered.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll keep it at that.
Do you know?
Okay.
Hank, did you ever watch true stories of the ER? It was a show like on
TV.
Yeah, Discovery Channel or something like that, where it was like real doctors and nurses telling stories about weird shit that happened in the emergency room, and then it was sort of like reenacted, right, by actors. And there was one where they had a lady, a patient that was there who was a lady, and they kept. She had all these wounds all over her. She was an unhoused person. And they kept pulling earthworms out of these wounds. And they were like, why are all these earthworms inside these... They were her friends, and she was just putting them in there to keep them in there.
Oh, my word.
I thought you were talking about like maggots to clean the,
No, this was just a lady whose friends were the earthworms, and she was putting them inside her body to keep them safe.
Honestly, this talk is making me so sick.
I don't know.
I feel like fucking
All right.
Donald Sutherland in what's that movie?
MASH.
Clueless.
Is it Clueless?
I probably, yeah.
Probably.
Now, Hank, are you you've had a bunch of fucking jobs outside of music, and that is awesome. Because, probably wasn't awesome, but
No.
are you willing to talk about the family whose children you raised?
No.
No. I'm not joking, Fritz.
Oh, wait. Yeah. I thought it was a trick question for a second, but
I just thought maybe you wouldn't want to talk about it because, I don't know, they could sue you. They sounded rich as shit.
yeah.
You raised somebody's kids?
Oh, yeah.
I was
From babies.
No, they had nannies, but I would basically as a property manager, help the property manager. I would live on the grounds. I had my own like room, apartment above the garage. And yeah, I was basically their chauffeur, their delivery boy. I would get groceries for them. I would give orders to like the gardening staff and to the housekeepers. What else? I would clean the property. They had like two mansions on one property. Indoor swimming pool that looked like a Roman like a Roman palace, whole garden, rose garden, guest house. It was insane. But no, I not raise their kids.
Well, but a little bit though. Like if you saw them out at the bar, would they maybe call you daddy?
Absolutely.
A little bit, yeah.
I think I saw that movie. Was Richard Pryor was in it? I think it was called The Toy.
Was it called Funny People?
No. Hank, would you like to play a game with me?
Oh wait, actually, I will. But funny you mentioned Funny People. That house that I worked at and lived at is in Funny People. That's the house that they use.
What a strange coincidence.
Oh,
He knew
It's
it.
almost like
You-
I knew. You've told me this a million times. I love when you talk about that shit.
All right.
yes, let's play a game.
I have a game for you, Hank.
Am I allowed to play this?
Since your name is Hank, I thought I would ask you some questions about another famous Hank. Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Oh.
So the first question is, where was Tom Hanks born? California, Texas, New York, or heaven?
Oh, it's a trick question.
Evan.
No.
See, it was a trick
It's
question because he
California.
put heaven in there to
He was
try
born
and
in,
get you.
in California.
He was born in California, of course.
That's it.
Second question, who is Tom Hanks' most famous son?
Oh, what's his name? He actually
Can't ask.
he performed at the venue that I work at. What was his name?
I feel like you're gonna go with his second favorite, his second most famous son, based on what you're saying.
Wait, not Colin Hanks. No.
There you go.
No, it's not.
Oh,
No, it's not. It's Chet.
Are you saying that Chet Hanks? Oh, fuck off, Chet Hanks.
This movie that Chet performed at the 1720.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice guy, actually.
Oh, I would expect Chet to kind of be a piece of shit if I'm being fully honest.
He was nice to everyone. That was Colin Hanks. What the fuck?
Yeah, Colin Hanks is his most
Yes,
famous
Colin
son.
Hanks
Fritzy's
is his
fucking
most
with
famous, but I think it's Chet.
you. Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
in my
According
mind,
to my Google newsfeed, I see lots of stuff about Chet. I don't see shit about Colin. And you know what they say? Like, no such thing as bad publicity, so Chet must be famous.
that's true. That's fucking true.
Absolutely.
Next question. What secret ingredient does Tom Hanks put on his grilled cheese?
Let's go with. Let's go with. Can I ask if it's a well?
It's a condiment.
Is it a? It's a sauce or some sort
Yeah,
of
it's a condiment.
condiment. Okay. Let's go with I don't know, A1 steak sauce.
Nope, it's mayo.
Oh,
Ah,
you know what? That's
okay.
this is giving me flashbacks of what's that game we used to play, Hank? Pat
Phrase.
catchphrase. Yeah.
What weird thing does Tom Hanks collect? There's a one particular weird thing that he collects.
Letters from Meg Ryan.
Nope.
Emails?
No.
From Meg Ryan?
No, nothing from Meg Ryan.
Nothing from Meg Ryan. That's weird.
I know, right? You would think it would be. Like, I'm really mad that him and Meg Ryan aren't actually married in real life.
How fucking come Meg Ryan disappears and Tom Hanks gets to keep being in movies?
Because
That's a good
it's
question.
sexist. Hollywood
Yeah.
sucks.
Hollywood doesn't show us middle-aged women.
The correct answer is typewriters.
Oh!
He has a very large
Didn't really give him a
collection
chance
of
to-
typewriters.
Didn't really give him a chance to answer there.
Go
That
with
was
that.
entirely
Nope.
my fault.
The final question in the game. We all know that Tom Hanks is the voice of Woody in the Toy Story films. But who plays the voice of Woody in all of the non-film Toy Story stuff, like video games and toys and cartoons and all that stuff?
Oh. Is this someone that he has a chance of knowing?
No.
I don't know, Bradley Cooper.
Larry Hanks.
Oh,
Tom Hanks'
shoot.
brother.
Okay.
He's the cheaper Hanks. But the more famous one.
Yes, he is the most famous Hanks.
Absolutely right. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Wow, I liked that game. How'd he do?
Terribly.
Yeah. 0? Was it a 0?
He got Chet.
Oh, yeah. He was going to say Chet.
No, I
He
said
was
Colin.
trying to say Chet, and then he went Colin,
Yeah.
but it's Chet. So one for how many other 5? It's all right. 20%.
So, Hank,
Okay.
you tour managed Nekrogoblikon, yeah?
Correct.
Who the fuck is that little goblin? Is it a secret? Can you say?
Yeah, it was. It's usually someone, like for the when I was tour managing them, it was our buddy Corey, who since has of course stopped doing it. I don't know the new guy, but yeah, it was Corey, and man, that guy. Especially when we did Warped Tour, I felt bad for him because
That's a hot tour.
yeah, he would when he would go out and perform, we'd come back and we try to get a fan for him and hose him down, and of course like the costume just absolutely reeked. But and I don't know if the guys are gonna get mad for me talking about this because Goblin is real, but
The goblin is real.
that's right.
Now,
But
does
yeah.
the goblin get paid like a full band member?
That I don't know.
What do you assume?
They've changed. The Goblin gets paid for sure. The
Well,
Goblin,
I would fucking hope so.
yeah, right. It's paid in beer and pizza.
So
Yeah,
do you
they
think-
they treat the Goblin like he is a member. He is people have grown to love and want to go see. Yeah, I mean, it started with I believe Brandon Dermer, who was recorded or done a lot of their music videos. I think it was his creation, and then the guys in Necro kind of went with it, and yeah, it's yeah, the band's doing really well. They're going on a U.S. tour soon, and good for them. Like they're selling out some shows, and so it's I'm happy to see that they've come a long way, and
We're going to have one of those guys from Nekrogoblikon on here. Well, maybe we'll have the current goblin, because I got some financial questions that I need answered.
you let me know, and I'll text Alex.
You set it up?
Sure, I'll set it up. Sure.
I would like to have that goblin on here 100%, 150%.
All right, I'll text Alex and see what
Fuck
it is.
yeah.
All right, I got you. Yeah.
Fritzy, I feel like you had something to say.
I'm just real scared of goblins.
You should be, because they're real. And they're fucking money hungry.
What do goblins do to you?
Well, they request a fair wage, first of all.
Okay.
It's my understanding. Then they
They're
take
very
it.
pro-union.
Yeah, there's money makers and money takers, and goblins do unfortunately fall on the side of money takers. It's just how it is.
But why are people afraid of goblins? Like what I never understood. Like I get a vampire's gonna suck your blood, and a werewolf is a scary giant wolf, and wolf man kind of thing. Like mummy is a living dead dude, who I think if a mummy eats you, do you turn into a bat or something? I don't know. But what is it? What does a goblin do? What's the scary
It's
thing
gonna
about a
kill
goblin?
you. It's gonna kill you. In much the same way as a werewolf or a Frankenstein
it's just gonna
is
get
gonna
you.
do. Yeah, it's gonna get you.
They're supposed to be they're like elves, right? Or they're tiny. They're supposed to be.
Yeah, they're
Or if they're
like
full.
evil.
Or they may be just like mischievous little demons that fuck with your stuff in the night.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good
These
question.
sound like questions we should have for the goblin when the goblin comes on. Like, why should?
Yeah.
Hi, why
Bank
should I
these.
be afraid of you? I'd like
Yeah.
a dissertation, please.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see that goblin and give him and ask him the tough questions.
Oh, wait. So you want him in the actual suit?
Oh my word, yes. I would
Okay.
like to have a goblin on the podcast, not a man.
Got it. Okay.
I have to ask you a question from one of the fans of the band. Reached out to me
from the Discord.
and said,
Letlive?
Can you please ask Hank the following questions, and now I have to find the message. All. It's under all. And then where did he go? There we go. One. Do you like Mushy's hugs?
Oh, that's a good question. Do you?
And two, what's your favorite lyric in the Bare Naked Lady song, If I Had $1 Million?
Good question. Good question.
From Mushy.
Yes, and if I had $1 million.
Yeah.
Oh, great answer.
It's a good one. Geez, what's your favorite lyric in that song?
Probably we wouldn't have to eat craft dinner,
But we would.
Yeah.
It's good.
I have no idea what song that is, by the way.
If I had $1 million,
If I had $1 million, I'd
Come on,
buy
Hank.
you a K car. A nice,
but not a real
automobile.
K car. Oh. All right, Hank. Fuck, marry, kill. PTH, the human abstract, and Nekrogoblikon.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah. You gotta fuck one of us.
No,
Marry.
you have to fuck every one of the members of the band. You have to marry every member of the band, and you have to kill every member of the band.
That's right.
Let's do kill Necro. All right, Necro. Do you guys see this?
They're kind of already
Why?
dead.
Why? What's your reasoning for that?
They're already
It's-
dead.
They're dead already.
That's okay.
I love him, but I gotta fucking marry human abstract and protest a hero. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, marry THA and Buddy.
I see how it is. I see how it is because marrying is like a much more permanent thing. But you just want to fuck us for the money. And the notoriety.
Oh, man.
I'll alternate between the two, though.
No, that's okay. Your first love is your truest love. And that's true.
At least he didn't do a fuck, marry, kill where he forced the guests to have to say they were going to kill me.
That's true. I do that often. Would you kill Fritzy if he was in there?
Yeah. Everybody wants to kill me.
I say fuck, marry, kill. I say me. I say Dean from the Human Abstract. And Fritzy.
Yeah.
You gotta kill Fritzy?
You got to kill Fritzy.
No? Who are you gonna kill?
Dean, 15. Who else? You?
Yeah, me.
Oh.
You gotta kill Fritzy.
It's okay.
Kill
You
Dean.
can say it. Everybody
You
else
killed
has.
Dean?
Dean.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Dean.
Now, when Dean stopped believing in God,
Oh, man. I actually
And
saw AJ and Dean last night.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Those are wonderful gentlemen. Absolutely wonderful gentlemen. They are, AJ is the guitarist of the Human Abstract, and Dean is also the guitarist. But Dean was Mormon, strictly Mormon. I could be mistaken, but he was using touring with the band as his mission to go out and spread the good word of God, but he just never did it because we were all just fucking. But how did he tell you the first time that he came out of the God closet to you? Is that how you say it?
What? That he left the church?
He left the church
You know,
for snowboarding.
What?
He left the church for snowboarding, I think.
I never really approached him, or I found out by seeing him at a party, and I was like, wait a minute, this guy's drinking a beer, and all the years that we toured, Dean's way of partying, he would like, get like Monsters or Red Bull and, raged. When I went to this party, I was like, he's having himself a Pacifico. I never really directly asked him what happened. I just was like, all right, well, cool, man. I know that, I think, was it either you or Tim asked him when we were rehearsing at 1720. Was it you or was it Tim?
I don't know. I was talking to him and drinking booze with him.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we were talking about because I was drinking booze.
But, we've had the opportunity to kind of briefly chat about it, and he was just like, didn't believe it anymore, and he just wanted to live a sinful life.
Yeah, he just wanted to find Jesus at the bottom of a bottle. Is that true?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you lead a completely like holy life, right? Like if you're trying to live by the word of God or whatever it is, I'm not religious.
Sure.
How do you even know until you actually go out and do the things that God is supposed to save you from and redeem you for, right? Like, if you don't do any of that stuff first, how do you even know? You're just like...
If you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing.
He died?
Yeah, but he's coming back. That's the scary part.
He is.
Yeah, I didn't really follow, because I know that he died, and then he went in a thing, and then he came back. But then where did he go after that? He just kind of has been hanging out the rest of the time?
I think he's allegedly by his father's side in the kingdom of heaven.
Is that real?
Passing judgment and convincing politicians to ban drag shows.
Right.
Oh,
I think that's mostly what he's been up to lately.
Just briefly, I did. Fritzy knows this, but a large part of my family in Canada is Mormon.
Yeah.
Actually, in Alberta.
I knew that as well. Yeah, they're out in Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up with a lot of Mormons in Oregon. There's a lot of Mormons in Oregon, and my senior prom date was Mormon. Like half of my first band in high school, Mormon. Like
sounds like a good band. Not.
We were real into Dave Matthews, so that'll tell you.
Okay, so good.
Oh.
A Mormon Dave Matthews.
Dude, when you're a bass player, you basically just play with whoever will play with you. Because, like...
Is that true, Henry?
That's absolutely right.
Man,
absolutely right.
There's not a lot of options in small town Oregon in which guys decide to also play instruments. You know?
Okay. Back to Dean.
Okay.
He's in a couple episodes of Community. N'est-ce pas?
What?
Yeah. You remember the episode when the character of Abed becomes like Jesus because he's filming that? Yeah, Dean is all over that episode. All over it. Mm-hmm. I love watching that show specifically for spotting Dean from The Human Abstract.
Is he like an extra?
The Human Ass Crack.
Is he an extra?
Yeah. I forgot about that. He was also in. You probably have it in front on your screen, but what else is he in? Then.
Oh, we should pull up his IMDb. You know what? I don't think I know Dean's last name.
Oh, there we go. That's a question for you.
Time with it. I used to know it. Dean
Stash.
Herrera.
There we go.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I pulled it out of my mind. That doesn't mean I know how to spell it, though.
Herrera.
Herrera. Okay, here we go. He was in The Big Time Show. No, this couldn't be him. There's not enough credits here. He's only credited in The Big Time Show and Big Time Rush. He plays himself in Big Time Rush.
As the awesome
And he
guitar
plays
player.
awesome guitar player in the Big Time Show.
So I think if you're an extra, you don't get in credit. You don't get credited.
That's fucking horseshit.
So he's probably been in a whole bunch of stuff and has no credits.
Well, now I'd like to play. Well, you're going to ask something, Hank?
Let me ask him.
Oh, okay, you're going to ask him something.
What was
Now,
that?
I'd like to play a game called Remember That Time, and it's brought to you by my wiener. Greasy but athletic. Okay. Remember that time you watched like all of Modern Family in the back seat of the van?
Yeah.
Do you still like Modern Family?
That was 2013.
Do you still like that show? Has it aged well for you?
It's, I put it on here and there, but it's,
Did you make it through the whole series?
no.
Oh.
No,
So I was watching it the other day, and my favorite episode is also the saddest episode. When Haley and Andy hook up, and then they decide they can't be together.
They're too horny for each other.
Yeah.
I
They
think
gotta go. Now, you remember that time it was your birthday and I kicked you right in the butt right off the stage?
Dallas, Texas, I do. Got a little too buzzed during my shift, and I went on stage, and I don't know if you called me on or.
I feel like you were trying to like fix Luke's pedal board or something like that, but you were just so drunk.
And you just kicked me off stage, yeah.
I just remember seeing you on there for a long time, and I just put my foot on your butt and gave you a little shove.
That was great.
You remember that time in Europe you got all pissed off and stole the liquor bottle and took it to your bunk with you?
I did not steal it.
You didn't steal it?
You can even ask Robbie.
Robbie Bacca?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know whose bottle it was. I just know you got mad and it was missing later.
Oh, was that the same incident, or was that?
I don't know. You took a bottle of booze to your bunk, and you were having a blast in your bunk alone, just drinking liquor.
Who hasn't done that?
I don't remember that. I remember there was the incident, where everyone thought I was taking Robbie's bottle, but I didn't. I was just playing. I was just being stupid and was going to bring the bottle back, but things escalated from there.
Listen,
So-
Hank, it's not serious. I'm just kidding around.
Oh, it's fucking serious. Jeez.
Hank, you remember that time in South Africa you got all pissed off and whipped that bottle of liquor across the room?
Oh man, come on.
Those are like the 2 times I've ever seen you mad in my life.
There's
they were
about to be
both
a third
liquor
right now.
infused. Okay, we'll move on from the liquor and the anger, unless you want to talk about that. No. So you remember that time you ate that entire jalapeno pepper and ruined your evening?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people listening are going to be like, what the fuck? Like, why would a single jalapeno pepper fuck you up? And would you care to explain why it fucked you up?
It was fucking hot. It was really hot. Plus, I think, it was hot, and I think
It was huge.
yeah,
Like, it was like fucking that big. It was seeds in it and everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
But it's also like with all the food and the booze that was already in my stomach, I think it's just kind of, it didn't mix well, and so that was the day that Yimmy did the steak challenge.
Yeah, we were at the Big Texan in Amarillo, Texas.
But
Timmy ate the 73-ounce steak.
73.
And he'd finished it, and we told Hank that if he ate one of those giant-ass jalapeno peppers, we'd pay for his meal.
So
And then
And we did.
I was in Toronto recently, and something very similar went down with a group of our friends. Muskie was challenged to eat an entire habanero pepper, just a whole habanero, on the promise that his dinner would be paid for if he did. And he did it, and was miserable for several hours afterward. And then the person who said, "I'll pay for your dinner," then looked at the menu and went, "Whoa, that's how much these nachos cost?" and was like, "Nah, I don't think I can swing that."
Oh my goodness, gravy!
You being serious with that?
You can't back out after they ate it. You just can't.
Husky, when you hear this, see you. I'll buy you dinner.
See you in hell. Remember that time we got robbed by the police and you were the only person that could understand them?
You?
That was
Wait.
pretty cool.
You got robbed by the police?
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. We're just looking. They were like crooked cops, and they were just looking for a payout. We were like headed. I think we were headed to Portugal. We were in 2 Sprinter vans. So I was protest was in one van, and then Harriet and Human Abstract was in another. And we get pulled over by motorcycle cops, and no one understands what they're trying to say with their broken English. And finally, I think someone protest comes to the back and like, "Hey, Hank, you think you could help us out here?" Because of course I speak Spanish. So it was just talking to them like, what do you guys want? And they're giving like seatbelt infractions or whatever, or like no one wears a seatbelt, especially when you're trying to rest and lay down and stuff. But they wanted like, I think it was like I don't know, 300 or 500 euros per person that wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And I was like, that's absurd. Like, so I was just telling everyone we're gonna have to pay something. So I was able to like talk them down, and I think ended up paying like over 1,000 euros or something.
Yeah.
It was a stupid amount of money, and then they just let us go. But yeah, they knew what they were looking for,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
Henry just
dude.
came to our van after talking to them for a while and just went, "They just want money, man." I was like, "Oh, Zach,
yeah.
we don't have any of that."
Corruption's the best.
Corruption is the best.
I want corruption.
Yeah. Now, Mike was on here last week, and he wanted to talk about something.
That's right.
He wanted to talk about something bad, but I made him stop because I think that you should be the one to tell the story of Grass Pop.
Oh. Why he was trying to tell the story? Or
Well, he was just talking about all the wild, crazy times on tour, and he was like, and then there was Hank at Grass Pop, and I was like, hold on, hold on. Henry's coming on next week, and I want to hear that from the horse's mouth.
Oh man. Yeah. Wow. Have I told you the story, Fritz?
I don't think so.
Oh man.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good one. So I what was it? So 2014. Stopped drinking. Trying to better myself, and started working out, blah blah blah. And then I was like, okay, I have to go on tour with a protest because we were doing summer festivals and a short run with monuments. And first thing I do when I see the guys, hey, just give you guys a heads up, I'm not drinking, so this is what I'm gonna do. And of course, Cam, being the wonderful Cam he is, I don't know if True gave me shit, but yeah, definitely Cam was like, come on, Hank, every day, good shift,
Peer pressuring you.
every night,
Ugh.
Cam would be like, come on, Hank, have a drink. Come on, man, next day, come on, Hank, have a drink. So it was finally, we were scheduled to be at Grass Pop. And I think that day, like the guys had like an amazing performance. I think I saw like Hero was performing that day, so I forgot what other bands, and I was just like in good mood. Truk and I went on like bumper cars and went on like rides, and I was like, just
Limp Bizkit was there.
that's right. Limp Bizkit headlined. But I mean, I was already drinking at that point. But I think I just, Cam again. He just hit me at the right time. I was like, "Come on, Hank, have a drink." And we have to note that particular day, Bass Pop hooked up the band with like I want to say 100 drink tickets, I think, or close to 100 drink tickets.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think
not
the big thing was there was a bunch of bands there that like had drink tickets and they'd all left and they were just like, here's all the fucking tickets. So we ended up with hundreds of tickets.
Yeah. It's just not like Coors Light. It's like it was like Left beer, which is like insanely well. I mean, it's probably like 6%, 7%, right?
Delicious.
So and then we had like a handle of Jack, and I just remember I told I was like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So started drinking, and drank, and then at the end of the night, I think we were all at a table, and we're just see how many beers we could fit on this table, and all of us just started just chugging them down, and and we ended up back on our little tank there, and I just remember passing out. I think I saw videos where I passed out in the front lounge of that.
Yeah, you were sitting in like an armchair kind of thing, just asleep.
And I think Cam or someone there was like wrestling happening, I think.
Oh, we were fighting wildly all around you.
Yeah.
Rolling around like cub bears.
Right. And I think he stopped at a gas station, and definitely it was Eindhoven, on the way to Munich, Germany. And listen, like I get to my bunk. I'm always the driver. Hey, I'll be back. And I, of course, my mind drunk. So I think we all went inside, and I think I went to go use the bathroom. And I still don't know exactly what happened. Maybe on my dying day, it's all going to come back to me. But what I believe happened was everyone went back to the bus, and my curtain was closed, I think. When usually, try to leave it open so they could,
see that you're not there. Yeah.
Right, so, and again, everyone knows that I'm responsible to get back in my bunk, so no one really questioned it. Plus, everyone was pretty drunk. So I just remember coming to, like, being in this bathroom and then walking out, and what the hell? Like, I go outside. There's no, like, the bus isn't there. It's like 6 a.m.
And none of us have phones. Like, we're in Europe, our phones just don't work.
At the time as well, I had like the staph infection on my face.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I later found out it was staph when I got home. But so I had these like crazy scars on my face. I think I had like throw up on my shirt.
I would think that you did.
Yeah. And I just remember telling the attendant there, like, hey, can I use your phone? Because I'm like wondering like how long. I don't know how long it's been since.
Yeah.
The guys left, right? If they're coming back, I'll kind of start freaking out. Someone calls the cops on me, and the cops show up. And fortunately, I had my tour pass, I had my wallet, no phone, and what else? I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm from the States. I'm here on tour. This is, I show them the dates, and they're like, oh, okay, well, you can't be here. You got to get out of here. I'm already like, I'm sitting there like over and just freaking out. I'm not having a good time at all. Fortunately, and it sucks. I had lost his contact information, but there's this angel in Holland who just was like, hey, is everything all right? I was like, I explained the situation, and I was on the way to the train station because he was like, I'll help you purchase your train tickets so you can make your way to Germany. the way there, he's like, "You need to use my phone," and I was like, "I should please." But and then this is like one of the highlights of the story. Whenever either the guys share it or it's it was able to open up like Gmail, and the only thing that came to mind at that moment, I think I was just so like freaked out, like embarrassed, and just kind of like what the fuck's happening, that the only thing I was able to get out and type was in the subject line, what was it, help? Yeah, it was help. No body at all.
Nobody. He emailed our tour manager, help.
Yeah, like nothing like, hey, I think I'm in Eindhoven, I'm on my way to Germany, don't worry, I'm good. Nothing. It was
We woke up in the morning and our tour manager, Adam Capps, sits down at the like desk. Like, we woke up, we've been driving all night. And he gets this fucking email and he looks at it and then he goes, check Hank's bunk. And Tim runs back and opens the bunk up and he's like, there's no one there.
yeah. The next like 12 hours were like absolutely insane. So yeah, the guy helps me buy a ticket. I make it onto the train, but I'm like so incredibly tired and just hungover that I fall asleep to, I forgot what German border city. I pass out and then like I just wake up to one of the train operators waking me up like, hey, you have to get off the train. I would get up and then the next train, because I missed my stop, so I go back. I had to go back the other direction. But then again, on that train, like I would pass out because I'm so tired and hungover that I would get woken up again. And it happened maybe like, I kid you not, like probably 3-4 times. So that it delayed my return to Munich. And finally, I make it to Cologne, Germany. And I just remember I'm familiar with the area, so I was like, okay, I think I know where Internet Cafe is, right? So I go in there, and I finally am able to log onto Gmail and finally get on chat. And I was like, I think I messaged either Luke or I was like, hey, and they're like, Hank. Now I think that chat somewhere. I could look it up in my Gmail, but I think that chat that history still exists.
Oh, I'd love to see the transcript of that.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, and finally, like at that point, I was like I'm good. I'm gonna take the high speed train from Cologne to Munich. And then everyone's asking me like, where the hell's your phone or whatever. But I think at that point, you guys were just already knew I was good. The laughs begun, right? But yeah, and then from that point on, took the train to Cologne, and it was probably like a 5-hour train ride on a high-speed rail, and finally got to Munich around like p.m.
I feel like we didn't see you for 2 days.
What happened?
I feel like we didn't see you for 2 days. Was it 2 days that we didn't see you?
It was one complete day.
Holy fuck,
I went back
man.
to the hotel room, and first I went to my room. Patrick was, and then I showered, and then I went and knocked on your guys' room, and then it was just like, of course, protest style, just giving me shit.
Oh yeah,
just welcome back. Yeah, and that was my story. I just remember on the high-speed train. I just remember like finding a nice little like room and pass out, and then like, I would wake up, and it'd be like a different person every time. Like I would wake up, like from Korean businessmen to just like families, and they were just like looking at me like, "What the?"
Covered in barf and grass stains.
It didn't occur to me. I was like, why didn't I buy like a new shirt? Like I had the money. Why didn't I buy a new shirt? What the, But
you didn't know what the fuck was going on when you had the possibility to buy a new shirt.
wait,
God, Hank, I think
in, Europe story.
Don't feel
That's the Lost in Europe
too bad,
story.
Hank. I have been known to fall asleep in venue bathrooms in the middle of sets.
Way.
Oh my!
Like, just went, I'll be right back, and just walk off the stage and go sleep in the bathroom.
That must have been back in your boozing
Oh,
days.
yes. And then also don't feel bad because my parents forgot me on a pirate ship in San Francisco. There was one of those, like the tall ships.
They forgot you?
Well, it was like a museum ship thing that was in San Francisco Bay, and I was a little kid, and we drove out there as a family, went around, and then all of a sudden I couldn't find. They drove all the way home, like a good hour and a half away.
Jesus.
Yeah, Fritzy, they abandoned you. I'm sorry. At first I was joking. Yeah. They abandoned you.
I got Joe dirted.
That's how you got transferred from the Frost Giants to the people of this world, I believe.
Fuck.
They drove all the way home to...
Oh, now I got something else to talk to my therapist about.
Fuck. Hank, I think that's a beautiful way to end it on that horrifying story. Thank you so much for spending your time here with us. Como se dice, I love you so much?
Como se dice, I love you back, buddy.
Cheese, can you play your present for Hank? Because it involves Hank.
Yeah, sure. Is it, did you text it to me?
Yeah, I texted it to you.
We're going to do the presentation right now?
I don't care if you give me a present, but I included Hank in my present to you.
Okay.
I'd like him
it's
to
an
hear
audio recording. How do I share I just play it on my phone.
Yeah, just play it on your phone. And I'll put it in. I'll drop it in the podcast.
Okay. Now mine is a video presentation.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I'm downloading it now. Oh. It just says recording 000001. I'll have to save it to my files. So sorry for wasting everyone's time. I don't know why it doesn't want to just fucking play it.
I mean, I could just play it on my side.
Yeah, it's not working at all.
Okay, hang on. I'll play it on my side.
I think it's because you got an Android.
Probably.
Cheese, I need you to do a few things. First, I need you to steal Sweet Hank's beans. Then, I'm gonna need you to give them to me. Your beans and my beans and Hank's beans. I have 6 beans, you have no beans. I have 6 beans, Hank has no beans. I have 6 beans in what is now a very tight bean bag.
So let me get this straight. That was a song you said beans instead of testicles.
Yes.
You're talking about stealing both my beans and Hank's beans and stitching them into your own bean bag.
Yeah, so I want you to steal Hank's beans. And then because you already have my beans, I need you to give me Hank's beans and my beans and your beans.
Oh,
and I will have all 6 beans. And you will have no beans, and Hank will have no beans, and I will have 6 beans. And the beanbag will be mighty tight. With
that
6
will
beans
be
in
an
it.
absolutely tight beanbag.
There you go. I wrote that at work. The
I love
music,
it.
everything.
I can't wait to hear it.
So you can actually hear it
on proper speakers. Yeah, it does sound like it's like a Natasha Bedingfield track almost.
Oh, well, I just
Staring
did it in a little
at
app.
the blank face before you open up your dirty beanbag. Is that
Dirty
maybe it?
beanbags are the best beanbags.
So I've sent you my gift for you.
Oh, boy.
My gift for you is what I have done. And you don't include it in this episode because it'll have to be in the next one. I mean, you put the video up in here, sure.
Right.
And this is going to be stupid for anyone who's just listening to the audio portion because you're just going to hear the intro. I've edited an intro video. You tell me.
You've edited an intro video to be part of the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And you tell me, I've done it in the style of something. You tell me what style you think it is.
Is it X-Files? Like,
Yeah.
you're a special agent?
Well, yeah. So are you?
That's fucking amazing. My tooth is out there. And the theme music, Hank, is Underbite
Yeah.
from Volition.
Nice and slow.
Just really slowed down.
Yeah, I didn't want to fuck with your music because you did a really cool thing.
But you
so
could
I thought
also
maybe
fuck
I'd
with
just-
the music. I don't care.
Oh no, I liked it. I just thought maybe I'd add some video flair to it.
I like
for
it.
the video aspect.
I think it's great. So we'll put it in the next episode.
Woo!
Shit.
Sick, dude.
I really have to. You know what? Hank got really poor representations of both presents, so I think maybe it's for the best if he says which one is the best.
Oh yeah.
Right? It is a competition, right?
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately.
Which one's the best in your opinion, Hank?
I have to see it on my phone. Like, it's
Yeah, you saw really shitty representations of both of them. That's the
Yeah.
perfect way for you to judge them. Which one did you like the best?
This is a video.
It's okay if it's the song, too.
No, it's a video. I know it. I just know it. Video production beats audio production every fucking time.
Well, not every time.
Every time.
it's the
It's a
video.
good song? It's a video.
I can't wait to hear Fritzy's song.
No, my song is
Yeah.
terrible.
I thought it was pretty good.
No, it's not. But I'll play it. I'll send it to you guys. You guys, you'll have it. You get to listen to it. You can do whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to choose my boss. You know what I'm saying?
No, see,
Yeah.
I don't have a
I'm not your
problem.
boss.
Rhodey is an insanely creative and talented guy, and
You're very talented and creative as well, Fritzy. You beat me the Gert week. You beat me the Gert week for sure. Gert Guzzler week. See? That's what I'm talking about. Gert Guzzler Extreme.
it's for eating yogurt with.
Yes.
Maybe it shouldn't be a competition anymore. Maybe we should just give each other presents and be grateful for each other's friendship.
No, fuck that. I want it to be a competition.
All right. Cool.
Should Hank take us out?
Sure. Hank, we have a thing we like to say to our listeners every week, and we'd love it if you say it to throw us out here. You tell the audience to eat shit and go fuck themselves
Definitely. Ready?
whenever you're ready.
All right, guys. Eat shit and go fuck yourselves.
Woo! All right.
So good.
That's the one.
That's it.
That's great. Mike wouldn't say it. Mike wouldn't say it at all.
Mike wants also to be a competition between guests.
Oh, he does want a competition between
These
guests.
are
That's why he was trying to
massive
tell you.
points in Hank's favor.
Yeah, that's why he was trying to tell your story.
Yeah.
He wanted to be the best with the best stories.